hello, what is going on, everybody? It is Master of TDS, and I am here with my lovely wife,
Writing Raven.
And we're back for another episode of Psycho-Synopsis.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Psycho-Synopsis is a segment where we summarize the psychos for you. Hence the term Psycho-Synopsis. But yeah, we've had a kind of difficult week, but we decided the show must go on.
Indeed it must.
So, we've got a lot to cover today, so without further ado...
So, let us begin. First, we will discuss The Last of Us Part 3.
Yeah, so we've talked briefly about The Last of Us Part 2 on this channel before. Not a fan of Neil Druckmann for multiple reasons.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, nobody wants this, but he's decided that to make a note saying, oh, you know, we have a script for The Last of Us 3, but we're not going to do anything with it yet.
And let me translate that for you. It means he doesn't actually have anything, he just wanted to say that he did.
And Last of Us Part 2 did not do well.
Nope.
It did not sell well, and for multiple reasons. And I'm sure by now everybody knows, but killing off a main character...
in the first 2 hours of the game, not to mention the way he was killed...
yeah, killing off Joel
and then
that way.
playing half of the game as his murderer.
It's not ideal, and basically he just doesn't really care at this point. He keeps thinking that he gets all these awards and he thinks that he's so cool, but they sit on the shelves. Mm-hmm. Nobody buys them. There was even a streamer that cut up a copy of it online, like
on
one stream.
Ejected it from the system and tried to bend it. It did not break. Took a pair of scissors, literally cut the disc in half.
Yeah, and so people aren't necessarily happy about it, and no one's going to fall for this trick again. I guarantee they had this script there waiting in case they did well. But what normally happens when they do this kind of stuff is that injecting identity politics and all this junk that doesn't belong in a zombie apocalypse.
It really doesn't work in a zombie apocalypse. You're not going to be worried about pronouns when you're struggling for survival.
There was a lot of inconsistencies with the game. The fact is that a lot of people don't like it. There are people out there who like it, and if you like it, you're allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to base it off purely numbers, you need to base it off numbers sold, not numbers shipped. If you're basing it off numbers shipped, then of course it's going to look like it did well. But it did not. And if he makes this game, no one is going to buy it this time. And he's also remaking The Last of Us 1, so can't wait to see how he destroys that.
Oh boy. As if he didn't destroy it enough already.
But yeah, look, I have nothing against Neil personally. I just think that, he shouldn't have copyright struck channels and stuff. It's just not good.
He just made a lot of bad decisions.
And a lot of enemies as a result of it. And rightfully so. Don't inject this politics stuff into your games. You do not need them. Games can have politics, and that's fine. But you don't need to inject it into a game. Tends to happen is when you inject it into a game or build a game around it, it doesn't work. It's only when it's naturally put into the course of the game that it fits and works well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Anyways, good luck with that, Neil. Don't predict your sales going very well, buddy. But you hang in there. I'm sure you can redeem those virtue points for something down the line, you know?
Probably not.
All right, next topic is
Bucky is not gay.
So, of course, with any kind of fandom, obviously, you guys probably know by now about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I did not watch it. My wife did not watch it.
Nope.
It doesn't interest us.
Nope.
And from what I've heard, there was nothing in it to interest us. If people like it, that's fine. Again, that's your opinion. We're not here to tell you what to like or what not to like. Mm-hmm. We're just giving our opinions. But, of course, with anything, there are always, fan theories. Now, you'd think, oh, is there a fan theory that Bucky was this or that? No. The fan theory now is the most ridiculous thing ever.
That Bucky is bisexual. He's not.
Yeah, and here's the thing. When did it become a thing where we need to know it's not important about the background, the stories or characters, it's more important who does this person sleep with? We all need to know because...
reasons.
Why?
Reasons.
There's no reasons.
No, really, there is not.
Why? There's no reason for this. Bucky has never been gay. He's never been bi. He's not any of those things. It doesn't matter if the 5 people with 10 alternate accounts on Twitter scream about it, and it's just ridiculous because I'm tired of this. This is the thing from this. It's just literally that they can't help themselves. It's not about character. It's not about story. It's who is this person sleeping with? Is this person gay? Is this person bi?
It doesn't matter in TV.
It doesn't matter in this. Story and character. Get it into your heads.
Especially with already established characters. And they've done this way too many times now.
Yeah, and it's just gotten to the point where it's ridiculous, and I'm tired, and I don't want to deal with this anymore. It just bothers me to see this kind of stuff. And again, I don't really care. Again, MCU, the Endgame was probably about it for me. I did like Far From Home, but no interest in seeing anything else.
Yeah, not really.
But please, go outside. Take a walk.
Get a job.
Don't spend the time online going, oh my god, I have to ship Bucky with this male because males can't be friends anymore.
Yeah. Didn't they create a term for that?
I don't care what the term is. It's just ridiculous at this point. And I just want this to be done. But, of course, we found out that there's a fandom shipping wiki, which we'll discuss at some point in the future.
Oh yeah,
It'll be a bowl of laughs.
Because that has a lot to discuss.
Yeah, but so again, just dropping this out there that please focus on story and character. Nobody cares about whether someone is gay or bi or whatever. The 5 people on Twitter that need to know have no lives anyways, so it doesn't surprise me that this is what they do. They try to live through these characters, and then when they don't get what they want, they scream and cry like little babies who got their favorite toy taken away.
And now we move on to our next topic.
Speaking of characters that were made gay, or imagined to be gay, or whatever you want to call it.
Or were turned gay when they were originally hetero.
So now we get to talk about the Hellfire Gala. Ooh!
Da, da, da.
Yes, because everybody who likes X-Men comics wants to see a 10-issue thing where 12-issue thing where they go to a dinner party.
Why does a dinner party need to be 12 issues?
I don't even care why it needs to be a thing at all. Now, we look at some of these crazy costumes, and the first one that stands out to me is Iceman. Yes, Iceman is gay. You made him gay. He wasn't, but you made him into it. So why is he wearing a dress here?
Apparently now he's non-binary?
I don't know. Why?
It doesn't even look good. It's absolutely hideous.
And there's a bunch of characters we could focus on here, but
God.
Basically, it's just a terrible, terrible, terrible looking design.
Hellfire trash pit?
No. This is supposed to be like the Hellfire Club. What happened?
Isn't the Hellfire Club supposed to be villains?
Yeah, and we also have, another thing that confuses me. What the heck happened to Professor X? Why does he look like he's wearing a diving suit?
That's a diving suit?
It's what it looks like.
I thought it was a space suit.
I don't know.
Or an alien suit.
What the heck? Just stop already. Just stop. Stop. When we buy comic books, okay, listen very closely between people at Marvel and DC or wherever. When you buy a comic book, people don't want politics. They don't want to see them go shopping. They don't want them to go to galas and dinner parties. We want action, escapism,
superhero stuff.
Hence the whole thing that they're superheroes. And you give us this trash.
Yeah, you take away the super and the heroes.
We should rename it to the Trash Fire Gala. Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
At this point, I just look, and I'm sure there are people out there who like this. You're allowed to but come on, these designs are terrible. And it's just at this point, why do you keep doing this? Nobody wants to see this. And people online are screaming, you don't know what happens after you do it. Escapism. Learn what the word means. Apply it heavily to anything you make. Nobody cares whether the X-Men go to a dinner party.
Really, no.
Does it fit the plot?
No.
Don't think so. Do I care? Nope. No. But it's just gotten to this point where it's just a joke. The comics industry is a joke. It's been a joke for a while.
Yep.
And speaking of jokes, let's move on to our next topic here.
Still to do with X-Men.
we have some interesting stuff going on in regards to Professor X. Now, people were talking about this on TikTok the other day.
For some reason.
That they're upset because Professor X should just use his mind control powers to make everybody not racist.
Seriously?
So what you're saying is he should take away everybody's free will because you want him to.
I mean, the whole purpose of the X-Men being mutants versus humans thing is about real racism.
And also, here's the thing. He's not real. He doesn't exist. So why are you getting all upset about him? It doesn't matter. He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist in this world. He's not going to do what you want. No one cares. So why are you making such a big deal about it?
Because they have nothing better to do with their sorry excuses for lives.
Yes, we need Professor X to end racism.
Okay.
Because that'll sell comics. Sure it will.
And then in the process, take away the whole purpose of the X-Men being hated by humanity.
And also take away people's free will. It's like advocating for people to not have free will. Do they not hear themselves?
Cough, cough, 1984.
It's just ridiculous at this point. And I just get tired of this because it's just...
dumb.
Like...
beyond dumb.
These people are beyond help.
We knew that already.
How can they look at this and not think that something's wrong with this? But thinking this way.
Brainwashing?
That's what they're advocating for.
Oh, yeah.
Mass brainwashing.
Good point. Sigh.
It's just like they're all talking about how he should just end racism. Or, tell you what.
You could just not be racist.
Really? That's a thing you can do?
Shocking.
You mean you can just stop looking at everything in terms of color? And then you're not racist?
Yeah, because the world isn't colorblind.
But no, it's more important that we point out people's differences. Because let's point out people's differences to promote not pointing out people's differences.
Do you all see how this makes no sense?
It doesn't make sense. And it just, again, the fact that they're advocating for this like mass mental brainwashing, first off, the fact that it's such a big deal to them with a fictional character is besides the point. The fact that they're advocating for this makes me scared for the fact if anybody ever had this, what would they do with it? It's just gotten to this point where it's just like, oh yes, we need to be very angry. Professor X should just cure racism. He's not a real character, and no.
Anything he does in the comic will not affect the real world, so just stop already.
And you do realize that taking control of a bunch of people's minds and making them think one thing or the other also has repercussions, correct? You do know that, right?
These people do not know the definition of consequence.
They wouldn't know it if it hit them on the head.
That would be a consequence.
Stop thinking like this. The world will never be what they want it to be until they stop looking at everything like this.
Yeah.
The more they look at things like this and think like this stuff like this needs to happen and that it's for the greater good, the less it's going to be helpful to us. They're actually causing more of a problem than they're actually fixing.
Pretty much. And so we move on to our next topic.
Yay, so it would not be an episode of Psycho-Synopsis if we didn't touch on something stupid that Lucas Filth has decided to do.
Indeed.
I don't get it.
Such dumbasses.
So, of course, they decided that people are very much against Rey being a Skywalker, because she's not. She's a Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
That's even if you consider the sequel trilogy canon, which I don't.
Nor do I.
Canon fodder? Maybe.
Definitely cannon fodder.
They're hinting in a new comic that Luke's severed hand was recovered from Bespin. You know, the hand that fell out of the sky?
From Cloud City when he got it chopped off by Darth Vader?
You know that hand that they somehow managed to get back? They got it, and it's implied that it was used to create Snoke?
That they somehow extracted the midichlorians from his DNA and infused it into the clones? Which makes no sense.
And here's the thing. Biggest thing that disputes this. First off, that is the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard.
Yes.
Second, Snoke mentions, and again, I'm referring to the sequel trilogy because I have seen the first two, and I'm never going to see the last one. Snoke mentions that he's seen the rise and fall of the Empire, meaning that he was alive before Luke. So what you're going to tell me is that Snoke was created from Luke's severed hand before Luke was born.
That implies time travel, I think, which would not work in Star Wars.
Why do you keep explaining things to us?
All you do is make it worse.
No, they keep saying how we're toxic, we're terrible people, and we're all the problem, and yet they keep coming out with this garbage to try to explain away the sequel trilogy. If the sequel trilogy is so amazing as you say it is, and we're the terrible people that you claim that we are, why do you keep explaining it? I said this last week, and I'm saying it again. Stop explaining. Shh. Just don't speak. Stop it. It's already dead. You've killed it. You keep claiming you didn't. You did, or you wouldn't keep explaining it.
Yes, please stop exhuming the corpse of Star Wars.
And at this point, just stop it. Just stop. Just stop.
We're done.
I'm done with this. I don't care. I think this is ridiculous. And given this, we're going to actually go into another fun topic here.
It's kind of connected to it. Lucasfilm decided to give another explanation for Rey.
So, again, Rey is not a Skywalker. I know this is shocking because she says at the end, I'm Rey Skywalker.
Blech.
Oh, okay. So it's okay now. I'm a Skywalker. You're a Skywalker. You all get to be Skywalkers.
Everyone's a Skywalker.
So they decided their first brilliant idea, Lucasfilm's stupid idea, was to make it that Palpatine was the person who force-impregnated Shmi. And you'll see that on the screen now.
Anakin's mother.
But then they had to backpedal.
Because that implied incest between Rey and Kylo Ren.
We can't have that. No. So what did they do now? They're now implying that the clone of Luke's hand was used to create Rey's father, which means that Rey has Skywalker blood.
Because they're claiming that Rey is the daughter of one of Palpatine's clones, which apparently was now made using Luke's hand?
I don't know anymore.
It makes no sense.
But here's my logic to counter yours, Lucasfilm. You ready for this? If I get a blood transfusion from somebody, that doesn't mean I become part of their family.
No.
So, oh no, I lost blood. Let me just inject some Skywalker blood. I guess I'm a Skywalker now.
Not how it works.
You guys are so stupid.
Now, if you replace the blood completely, although that would kill the person in the process.
Don't tempt me.
Sorry.
But, you guys are dumb. Just stop. Stop.
Honey, dumb is an understatement with these people.
They hurt me.
It hurts the brain.
Not
the brain.
I can't deal with you people anymore. Do you know? This is not the first time you've done this. And now you're trying to again explain the fact that Rey's a Skywalker, which she's not, by saying...
And explaining it badly.
By saying that, okay, first it was that Palpatine impregnated Shmi, backpedal on that. Then it was that somehow, and this rumor's been going around for a while, not confirmed, that when Kylo healed Rey, he force-impregnated her, and then you don't go with that. It's, no. She has hand blood. I think the real person who needs a hand here is you, Lucasfilm, because evidently you don't got one.
Nope.
You may have one in the comics, but you don't know what to do with it if it smacked you in the face.
Yeah, hard.
I'm done with you guys. You guys are ridiculous. What is wrong with you?
Everything!
Our neighbors got mad last time. Do you really want them to come here again?
Sorry.
But, again, Disney, Lucasfilm, and yes, if you're curious, I call them Lucasfilm now because that's what they are.
Pretty much.
Just stop it. Stop trying to explain it. Let me make something very clear to you. If it was so important, put it in the movie.
But they didn't. That's why they have to put it in all the extended stuff.
It's okay. Do you want to understand the movie by all this stuff?
No.
How about instead, I say no, and I go watch the real Star Wars, which is episodes 1 through 6. The prequels weren't so great, but they're masterpieces compared to this garbage.
I'm pretty sure everyone agrees on that.
Like,
At least everyone who has a brain.
just please stop already. You guys make no sense. You know you make no sense. You keep trying to make this Rey Skywalker thing stick. It's not going to stick.
And I'll just say it again. They need to stop exhuming the corpse of Star Wars.
It's already dead. Put it back in the grave and leave it there. Just leave it. Come back in a couple years. Maybe you want to try rebooting something. Maybe that'll work.
For now, just let it rest in peace.
But they never will, because money, they say, as they continue to lose it.
And burn it.
Because
reasons.
that's all we got for this week, but now we get to go on to the fun part, the diagnosis of the week. Now, I have a great one for you guys here.
Do tell.
Schizophrenia. And the reasons I'm saying schizophrenia is is a type of disorders that is characterized by, distortions of thinking, perception, inappropriate emotions, affect, feelings, thoughts, even some delusions.
Mm-hmm.
And, Professor X is going to make us do things. We think that Luke's hand should be used for... If that's not delusions of thinking, I don't know what is.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure schizophrenia actually means a break from reality.
Yeah, exactly. And so, literally, at this point, that's what Disney is doing. Not just Disney, not just Lucasfilm, but people online. They're all not in connection with reality.
Not at all.
And so, that is why I'm diagnosed this week with schizophrenia, because that's literally it to a T. The people are not grounded in reality. What can we tell you?
And they never will be at this point.
All right, but that's all for this week. Again, please let us know in the comments what you think. Also, make sure to like the video and share. And if you have not subscribed, with notifications on so you don't miss your weekly therapy session. We have some big things in the works coming up.
Indeed we do. Keep up to date on all of our stuff.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Check out my wife's work on Wattpad.
And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So
that's all for this week. And we'll talk with you again soon. Gothic Therapy, out.